Brynn-OJGMBKNU. Today I did this look. Today it was just kind of inspiration off Instagram. I was scrolling through, saw a couple looks like this, and I just wanted to recreate one. There's no one in particular I can give credit to. I just got like a bunch of people's looks in mind and just kind of created what I wanted to create. I wanted to do like a natural or my normal kind of bronze eye with just a pop of color in the inner corner. I think it looks really awesome and really fun. It adds a little bit of color to the look, but not adding too much where it's just like, whoa, she's wearing pink eyeshadow, or she is wearing yellow eyeshadow, you know? So I really hope you like this look. If you want to see how I created it, and just keep watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's just get this video started. So the first thing I'm going to go in with is this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Apply this to the places that I have pores, or even texture. I want to see what it does there. Next, I'm going to go in with this sample size Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is in the shade Opal. I'm just going to kind of use this as a primer today because I want to look really glowy and dewy today. Apply some of this to my face with my finger. And then I'm going to take a damp beauty sponge and just blend it in with this. And as you can see, that gave me quite a glow. It's a pretty glow. Next, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is in the shade Sand. This is my darker shade for like summer, and I recently went up north this weekend as mentioned earlier. Do I even have any of this left? I'm just going to go ahead and apply this with a beauty blender. And at first I'm just doing a light layer to even out the skin tone, and then where I think and want more, I will apply more later. And I'm just going to drag it down my neck a little bit just to even out the skin and make sure that it looks blended down here. Next, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealers. I'm going to use the shade 25 and 20 and just mix them under my eyes. I'm taking 25 and doing the normal places I would. So bridge of the nose, on the forehead, and a little bit on the chin. I'm also going to add a little bit on the Cupid bow, right on these lifts right there. And then I'm going to take the shade 20 and I'm going to focus this on the inner corner of my eye, like right in here, to really help brighten. I do have a little bit of like darkness under here. So this will just help to brighten but also look blended and seamless. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to blend out the center of my face, and then I just want to let the concealer sit there and soak in a little bit so it's a little bit more full coverage. I'm just going to go blend that out with a beauty blender. I keep saying beauty blender like I'm using a beauty blender. This is just a Morphe sponge. I also really like the Real Technique sponges. I used a beauty blender like a couple times, but I just, in my opinion, I don't see that much of a difference, so I don't feel the need to use one and spend the money on it. But if it comes to like a special occasion, then I can see why you would want one of those, because it does really make your foundation and everything seamless. But for like every day, I think that the Morphe or Real Techniques or any of those kind of sponges work just as well. So now that that has sat under the eye for a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. Make sure my nose doesn't look patchy, but go ahead and blend that out and bring a little bit under the eyelid as well. Next, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm just going to pat under the eyes and make sure that there's no creasing. And then I'm going to go ahead and set it with this powder. I'm also just setting the places of my face that I want to be matte or hold the foundation in all day long, because I do get a little bit dewy or a little bit oily throughout the day. So that is my first time using that, or this translucent powder. And let me tell you, she's matte. She is really matte. I'm surprised at how matte down like my under eye and everything is. Like, I don't know if you can tell, like this part's really matte, but up here a little bit is like still dewy. I'm kind of amazed by that. It's kind of crazy. Next, I'm going to take the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to use this with a damp sponge and apply this to the rest of my face. Just a really light layer just to help set the face, but I don't want it to be too matte. Next, I'm going to go in with my NARS Laguna bronzer and just apply this to the face. I'm going to start with a light layer and then build up because I don't want to go too crazy. So with the bronzer, I like to really bring it everywhere just so that you get a very bronzed look and you look just like the sun has tanned you, not like you're wearing makeup. Even though obviously everyone knows you are, but it's just like peace of mind, I guess. I don't know. Again, I like to bring that bronzer down my neck just to help blend the foundation into the neck and chest area. Bring a little bit on the nose, not too much, just to add a little bit of warmth, a little under the nose. Next, I'm going to take this Becca with the Chloe Malika collab, this palette. This is in the darker one, I believe. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take this blush shade right here. This blush is called, is called Fabulosity. Fabulosity? I believe. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to my cheek. And then next I'm going to go in with the same palette and just take the Glow Up highlighter right here. This highlighter right here, which is called Glow Up. And just put that at the high points of my cheeks. Bring it up into the eyebrow a little bit, like above and on this brow bone right here. Blend it out over on the side. Some on the Cupid bow. Little on the tip of the nose. And then some down the bridge as well. And then I just like to dab a little bit on the chin just to help make everything look. Next, we're going to start going in with the Nubian by Juvia's Place palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Very bronzy and colorful. And I'm just going to go ahead and zoom you in a bit so you can see my eyes a little bit better. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is this one right here, and none of these have shade names, so I'm just going to have to point, but this one right here. My Japanesque brush is just a blending brush, and I'm going to buff this into the crease. And when I start getting less product on the brush, I'm going to start bringing it up a little bit more into the crease and help blending out this line right here. And if you can tell, I'm kind of dragging it like out a little bit. The next shade I'm going to go in with is this one right here. And I'm just going to take the same brush and just do the same thing, but I'm going to try to keep it just a little bit lower than the first shadow we used. So just really focus that in the crease. I'm doing like circular motions to blend this out. I'm holding it really close, but I am hardly putting any pressure on. Like I could hold it back here, like on the end of the ferrule, and just blend it in. You don't want to apply too much pressure because it just won't blend out as nicely. And if you can tell, I am also bringing it like in the inner corner too. I'm not worrying about keeping it like up high because I'm kind of doing just like a all over smoky eye kind of thing. Not a smoky eye, but just a really bronze eye because I want to do something cool in the middle. I've been seeing a lot of pictures of like normal, like just natural eyes, and then all of a sudden there's just a random pop of color in the inner corner, and I've been loving it. So I kind of want to do that today because why not? Am I right? Next I'm going to go in with this shade right here and just a smaller blending brush and just do the same thing and just keeping it lower. Like every shade we're going in with, we're keeping it lower. Just like any other eye look when you're doing light to dark, you always just want to make sure that you keep the darkest shade lower and lower and lower so it looks blended and seamless. I'm just going to keep building that shade up until it's to the depth that I want it to be. Now I'm just going to go on with the first brush and just blend everything together so it all looks seamless and just blended and nice. Like I've said in previous videos, like just keep on blending. It seems like it takes forever, but like the finished product is so worth it when you just keep blending, blending, blending until your hands feel like they're going to fall off, basically. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is a dark bronzy kind of copper color, and I'm just going to take that on a flat brush and just pack it on the lid, but I'm going to keep it away from the crease. So I'm just going to go ahead and press it into the lid like right here, down low, and then slowly start bringing it up. So as you can see, I'm getting a little bit of fallout, but the nice thing is we can just brush those away. The thing I love about the Juvia's Place eyeshadows is they're so easy to apply and they just blend in so well. Even like the metallics, this is without any water, MAC 6 Plus, anything. Like it's just by itself, which I love because it's still so metallic. When I'm applying this, I'm kind of pressing and like pulling a little bit, but just small little motions. I don't want to be doing like sweeping motions or anything. That's when I get the most fallout, and as you can see, like right here, we get a lot of fallout with this eyeshadow palette anyways. So next, just to add on the top and middle of that, I'm going to take this shade right here and just pop this on the center and keep it really just in the center of this color. Just to add a little bit of depth here. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the under eye. So I'm going to start with the first shade we used right here on just a pencil brush. This is a thicker one, and just really buff this in, get it looking like blended and smoky and seamless. And remember to look, so like here's my mirror, I'm looking like this at the mirror. So just to make sure you do that so you're not pulling it down too far, you're really getting it on the lash line, but also being able to diffuse it really well. Next, I'm going to take the darkest shade we went in with, is right here, and just take that on a flat definer brush and really pack that onto the lower lash line, just right by the lashes. Next, I'm just going to go in with a smaller pencil brush, and then this shade right here, which is the second shade we used, and just kind of use that to buff the under eye out a little bit. I'm going to keep it between the two colors we used. And then I'm just going to take my finger and kind of clean out the inner corner of the eye because it got a little bit of eyeshadow on it when we were doing the eye look. And I'm going to go in with the Alyssa Edwards by Anastasia palette. You don't obviously have to go in with the same palettes I'm using. I'm just doing this because these are the ones I have access to, and these are the like colors I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and use the yellow shade in here, which is this one, which is called Brick Road. And I am going to pack this on the inner corner of my eye. And as I'm doing this, I am kind of blending it into the shadows we have used. And don't worry about fallout, we can just sweep it away again, just like any other shadow we've been using. And then I'm just taking that brush and kind of lightly diffusing it into the shadow up here. So I am loving how this looks right now. I'm like obsessed with it. It's exactly how I wanted it to turn out, so yeah. And now because I want the inner corner to be a little bit more bright, I'm just going to take this Strobe of Genius palette by NYX and go in with this shade right here, which is just a yellow on the same brush I was using, and apply that on the same yellow we used. So that is not working. So we're just going to leave it as it is and not ruin it. Kind of blend out some of that stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and apply a black liner. I'm going to go in with this Pixie by Petra Endless Silky Eye Pencil and just go on the waterline and tightline. I'm going to curl my lashes just the slightest bit, and then I'm going to apply some false lashes. Let me pick out a pair. I'm going to go in with the Kiss Pixie lashes and then apply a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line, and I will be right back. So I just went ahead and put on my false lashes, mascara, I did my eyebrows, and I put on this lip. I will leave all of that information in the description box down below, but I just wanted to give a close-up of the finished eye look that we did today. So yeah, this definitely was not my original idea. I actually saw a couple people kind of do something like this. I may have seen something like this exactly too. I just wanted to do something like where my normal kind of like eye look I do, which is always brown, you know, all over, shimmer on the lid, and just matte colors in the eye, or in the crease and everything, and just add a pop of color because I've seen so many looks like this and I've loved them. Been obsessed with it recently, so I just wanted to do one of my own and kind of do it on my channel and show you guys how I created the look, and kind of went off of like other people's ideas. I don't have anyone exactly to show you who I kind of like got the idea from, because I was just scrolling through Instagram one day and just saw quite a few different kind of like natural but color in the eyes, or like no eyeshadow on the lid and a pop of color in the eye or something like that. So yeah, I just wanted to recreate a look like this for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!